Hi, this is Majin. Here's some comic reviews for you today. We're only going to do three of them. We got Spider-Man, the Conan, and Jupiter's Circle. Now, let's get on with Spider-Man first. Now, let me just throw this out here. With the other books that I read this week, including these two books, this was pretty sad. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I like Slott, I like this book, but it just didn't carry a torch to the other books that were written. We're basically, I guess one way to look at it is the downfall, the destruction of Parker Enterprises. He's fighting ghosts. You know, it's secrets on top of secrets, and you knew that eventually this project was not going to end well, because after all, what ends well when it relates to Peter Parker? Overall, the story was decent. I mean, it was like a good ending, I guess you can say. It had good characterization. It's how they interacted with each other. All that was fine. But when you compared it with everything else going on, this was just a minor speed bump and a distraction. The art was good, but you know, it's this book has just been solid. And unfortunately, because it's been solid and it's been solid good, that you know, it's really hard to step up and become a better title. But I still enjoy it. I think it's still on target, but I guess I'm being slightly biased because of everything else I read. Okay, Conan, the Last Padawan. Now, I really didn't think much about this book, and I was pretty much just gonna not get it. But I'm really actually enjoying this book. This is basically taking place, you know, right when all the Jedis get basically betrayed, and then they're getting killed by the clone troopers, and it's the poor guy's on the run. He watched his master get killed, and you know, it had a decent amount of action to it, a decent amount of like, oh man, you know, you really feel bad for the kid, and then it gives you this like new beginning for him, like where he's gonna have to, you know, like go forth and venture out on his own, and that's exactly what this type of book needed, and it did it at the right time. It was just, for me, while you might argue, well, you know, this isn't the greatest book written. It's pretty much, you know, a follow me or paint by numbers type storyline, but at least for right now, it needed. There's not much you could do to shock or make you think, like, wow, I never thought about that happening. It has to follow a certain flow to get you to the where it needs to go, and right now we're getting to that spot where it's gonna need to go. So I'm hoping we're gonna see some interesting stories coming from it. The art's been really good, and I'm actually been enjoying this more than Princess Leia. I mean, if you've noticed, I've stopped buying Princess Leia. This book has just been really, really entertaining so far. Even though there's only been 2 issues, I've been really entertained by those 2 issues. But anyways, definitely highly recommend this one, and I'll give you guys a code for this as soon as we're done. All right, Jupiter's Circle. This story definitely is kind of jacked up, but it's a reflection of the times. You have a superhero who's gay, and you have somebody in the government who's trying to, you know, basically blackmail him. Basically, it's like we have pictures. If you don't tell us who is, you know, everybody's secret identities, then we're going to reveal these pictures to the world. And you know, the guy tries to commit suicide because he doesn't want to reveal that information. And it was just, I mean, it's like I said, it was an interesting story in that, you know, in terms of the time period. And I enjoyed the first issue, and I'm enjoying the second issue so far. It's really, I guess you can say, you know, it's an eye-opening example of how we've changed as a society over time. And this, like I said, was the art very stylized but really enjoyable, and the story, I'm really into it so far. I can't wait to see where this whole thing is going to eventually end up. So anyways, let's get you guys a code since I haven't done this in a while. And as soon as it goes into focus, and it doesn't want to focus. Alright, it's not focusing. So it's FMC HB7 MSG Q4E. That is your code, and it still won't focus. But anyways, that's it for some reviews. I want to do some trades and some mangas. I got a bunch of stuff. I know I didn't mention this before, but Nova's been really fun. So if you're not reading Nova, read Nova. I do the podcast with Cons, Freaks, and Geeks, and the link is down below. I'll have more reviews and stuff later. Let me know what you guys like this week. Like, share, and more later. So until next time.